Okay, now I don't want you to think that all circuits only are made up of lights and switches. That would be pretty boring. So let's find some other stuff to play with. If we are in components and we scroll down, there's a motor down here. Bring that out. Motors still need power, so we're going to bring out a power supply. And let's start by just making sure we can make it move. So positive, it's going to connect to terminal 2. Terminal 1, I'm going to take it to ground. If I hit start simulator, woo, look at that motor going. So it is going at 17,000 RPM. RPM, revolutions per minute. So that's how many times that motor is spinning around in 1 minute, 17,568. Okay, so what would change that number? Would it change if we gave it a different power supply? So that's a 9-volt power supply. Let's try giving it a 3-volt power supply. We only have 5,000 RPM this time. A lot slower, right? Less than a third of what it was before. Okay, it was more fun when it was going fast. So I'm gonna switch back to the 9-volt. Right now, it's just all on or all off. You could add a switch, for example, to change that equation. Let's try adding a potentiometer. Potentiometer is a cool, weird word, but it basically means a dimmer switch, right? So if that slide switch is the light switch at your house, turning the lights all the way on or all the way off, a potentiometer is more like a dimmer switch. It lets you go all the way on, all the way off, or anything in between. So let's see if we can't get this guy connected. All right, so right now, all the way down here, I am at negative, oh, I connected them backwards. Goodness, why'd you guys let me do that? Okay, so all the way at this side, I am currently at the 17,000 revolutions per minute. So now if I click on this, and it's gonna let me go all the way down. We can't quite get to 0. We got really slow though. 5 revolutions per minute. There you go. Take your time, watch it. You can try and count. Nope, I'm not patient enough for that. Okay, so as we turn this up, it gets faster and faster, faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, until it's going really, really, really fast. Okay, so that is how a motor works. Pretty straightforward. Let's see, what other kinds of cool stuff do we have in here? This is even just still the basics. Transistors, maybe we'll come back to those. Oh, okay, we'll do this. This is like a little speaker buzzer. And if I connect this guy, I wonder if the sound on my computer is on. We'll see. Not a very nice sound, but you can kind of hear it clicking. Not great, but there it is. We could also control this with a switch, or we could put something else variable onto it, like this photoresistor. And you can see the volume going up and down as it gets more and more light. Getting kind of a louder clicking sound and a quieter clicking sound. Okay, so that was that's a lot of the basics in here. You can also go to all components and get some more stuff to choose from. There's a light sensor, an IR sensor, there's some tilt sensors, keypads, an RGB LED, a light bulb, some different kinds of motors and outputs, a 7-segment display. These are pretty cool. So these will let you, they're basically like a bunch of LEDs. Okay, so there's an LED behind this segment, behind this one, behind this one, behind this one, behind this one, behind this one. And as you hook them up, common, there it is. They will light up the different, ooh, I might have done that backwards. Maybe it is a common anode. So bright. So this little symbol means that if I were to build this in real life with a 9-volt battery and this little 7-segment display, I would burn out that LED because I put way too much through it. So we can just give it a resistor and let it calm down a little bit. Calm down. Yeah, I'll put it on this one. There we go. Okay, so whichever piece I light up by connecting it to this power supply, it lights up the matching segment. So if I were to stop and also connect, oh, I don't remember which one it is. Is it this one? Oh, that's the center. So each one has a spot. And I would have to go find the diagram for you. Ah, there we go. So if I light up those two, F and E, I can see the number 1. So this is a 7-segment display. That's what that thing is. There's capacitors in here, some different kinds of inputs. There's some meters, which maybe we'll talk about another time. Transistors, good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna leave you there. You should come in here and experiment and see what awesome things you can build.